I'm Kristen Neese, and this is my application to the Charlottesville City Teacher Residency Program. I'm in my second semester tutoring at PVCC's First Quadrant Math Center. I see students who need standard tutoring to help them grasp calculus, and students who are completely unprepared, not just for quantitative classes, but for basic calculations that might arise in their daily lives. Some of my students can't tell me how many inches are in 1 foot or how many nickels are in a dime. They grew up with different measurement systems, or they simply never learned the concept of conversions, and this makes basic algebra very difficult for them. I can't change their past, I just keep a ruler and some change on my desk for demonstration. Language is sometimes a more central challenge than math. Many students seeking medtech licenses are trying to learn medical terminology without fluency in basic English. Other students dread word problems primarily because they don't understand the words in the problem. I remember one question last semester that asked students to construct a Venn diagram showing the union of the sets of vowels and consonants. Although it's a pretty simple exercise if you know what a vowel and a consonant are, a lot of my students struggled because they didn't. I'd love to say I work miracles, but I don't. Students with a stronger background, often preparing for transfer across town to UVA, leave with a few pages of notes and confidence that they can finish their problem sets. For them, that's our success. But for my most challenged students, we're successful if they leave with just one tool they didn't come in with, or sometimes if they just leave a little more optimistic and willing to try again tomorrow. Before tutoring at PVCC, I taught chemistry at the University of the Incarnate Word in San Antonio. UIW serves San Antonio's large military and veteran population, as well as the children of some of the area's wealthiest families. As a classroom teacher in that situation, I faced some of the same challenges I see at PVCC, as well as trying to simultaneously address the needs of AP chemistry veterans and students who haven't taken a science class in 2 decades. I had my students fill out note cards at the beginning of the semester so I could know them better, and then called on them individually throughout the class, trying to ask questions that were appropriate to their experience level. I also encouraged all of my students to share their experiences and used those to bring relevance to my chemistry lesson. Once again, I didn't work miracles. Chem 1301 was a coordinated class, and my students, like those in the other sections, passed the standardized final exam at a rate of about 35%. But I remember a student who went on to UIW's pharmacy program. I remember a single mom who passed the class and is still working on her pharmacy tech certificate. I remember a student who went from having no exposure to chemistry to having almost passed chemistry and having enough confidence to take it again. The statistics were average, but the individual victories were absolutely glorious. This is my brain's map of Charlottesville. It looks kind of like an onion bulb. I came here after grad school in 2006 and fell in love with the place. I plan to stay here for the rest of my life. This is home. It's a small town that grows with you. I've been a part of the local outdoorsy community since I got here. My other half is a big UVA fan, so I'm now sort of part of the sports community. The last few years, I've done improv comedy, so I guess you could say I'm now part of the arts scene. I've worked for 2 tech companies, 4 vet clinics, the university, and PVCC. I've volunteered at animal shelters, Martha Jefferson Hospital, that's right, back when it was downtown, and literacy volunteers. August 12th. I wasn't downtown that day. I was at Walnut Creek in my kayak, trying to avoid the controversy. Afterward, I felt guilty that I wasn't there, that I didn't at least bear witness to what happened. I've watched the shock waves rattle our community, and it's changed me along with everyone else. I want to help Charlottesville students grow up with math and science literacy, and to love their town as much as I do. I'm doing some work at Miller School and CCS this semester to learn more about adolescent students, but I know I'm still pretty much at zero on what the challenges are that face teachers and students at that level. I don't know what they need yet, and I'm pretty sure I won't work any miracles, but I'm going to try, and the individual victories will be glorious.